Welcome to Did You Know Gaming, MLB 15 The Show, Hitting Edition. Did you know that each hitting mechanic in MLB The Show is designed to be equally difficult in execution? How is that possible, you ask? Well, to compensate for the disparate difficulties inherent amongst all three hitting mechanics, the developers tuned each interface such that no one mechanic posed a discernible advantage over the other, ensuring that online play would be a balanced affair regardless of which interface the player selected. For example, many argue that zone hitting is the most difficult mechanic to master, given the need to match the plate coverage indicator, or PCI, with pitch location in addition to timing your swing. But directional hitting, which simply requires the batter to time his swing well, has been levied a constriction to timing windows. The result? Directional hitting requires more precise timing than zone hitting. But at the same time, you don't have to put the metaphysical bat on the ball. Speaking of directional hitting, were you aware that you do not have to match your direction of influence with pitch location to be successful? Not at all. In fact, your direction of influence simply influences the direction with which you'd like to hit the ball, not the chance for contact. Only use your direction of influence when you're looking to, well, influence the ball in a particular direction, but don't use it to make better contact, because the direction of influence is in no way a plate coverage indicator. But I bet you didn't know that the placement of said plate coverage indicator is influenced by the timing of your swing. Swinging too early will lift your PCI and influence ground balls, and swinging too late drops your PCI and increases fly balls. This effect is amplified when the batter swings too early on an outside pitch, known as getting rolled over, or too early on an inside pitch, or getting jammed. Likewise, the overall size of your plate coverage indicator is the average of the batter's contact and vision attributes, modified by the opposing pitcher's H through 9 and K through 9 attributes, respectively. That is powerfully insightful, is it not? Well, now that you mention it, there is an additional size adjustment for power, but this is a visual aid only, and reflects the fact that power hitters can sometimes make solid contact that would otherwise have been an out for a weaker hitter. Speaking of making contact, did you know that with analog hitting, you actually have to match the right stick with the horizontal direction of the pitch? Yep, after much community backlash amidst poorly expressed feature changes, it turns out that analog hitting isn't synonymous with a simple button press. Instead, you must angle your right stick to match the horizontal direction of the pitch, and simply let player ratings dictate the vertical placement of your swing to make contact. Now wait just a minute though. Making contact while using the contact swing with analog hitting works quite differently than other hitting mechanics. Normally, the contact swing expands your timing windows at the expense of decreased power and solid contact. But with analog hitting, the contact swing is really just an extension of your normal swing's mechanic, whereby flicking the stick directly to the right or directly to the left results in your batter swinging far inside or far outside of the plate. So if you want to make contact on a pitch right down the middle, the contact swing in analog hitting will do anything but make contact. Now swinging the bat is certainly important, I get that, but what about when you don't want to swing the bat? Did you know that the discipline attribute affects the difficulty level when attempting to check your swing? A batter with a higher rating in said category will have a much easier time holding off on a pitch, while a batter with a lower discipline rating might not be able to lay off so easily. Now ratings certainly impact your player abilities, but each hitter has certain tendencies that tangibly affect their on-field performance as well. More specifically, each player has left and right hitting tendencies, and are classified as one of the following: extreme pull, balanced, push, or extreme push. But what does this mean behind the scenes? Or rather, how is it programmed? Well, it's actually pretty simple. For a pull hitter, timing windows are slightly increased for early swings and slightly decreased for late swings. So, with your right-handed pull hitter at bat, some borderline center field hits will now become borderline left field, and some borderline right field hits will now become borderline center field. But remember, regardless of your player tendencies, the main advantage of swinging early is extra power, while the advantage of swinging late is better contact, including the extra time that you have to judge and aim at the ball. Now, that's pretty interesting, or at least I guess it is. In fact, did you know that when guessing both pitch type and pitch location, both must be correct for you to see any feedback and receive a contact bonus? Guessing either or both wrong is treated as the same result and incurs a small contact and power penalty. Now, since guessing only type or only location will give you valuable timing information, even when you guess wrong, the timing window is always narrowed regardless of the guess result. Even additional contact and power penalties apply if you swing when guessing wrong, reflecting the hesitation in the batter swinging at a pitch he wasn't initially looking for. Now, one last thing. Some of you might be thinking, yeah, it might be difficult to guess the correct pitch if the opposing pitcher has 5 different pitches in his repertoire. But it wouldn't be that difficult if he only wielded 3 pitches, right? In that case, you'd be stupid not to guess. Well, don't get too excited. Guess pitch balance is adjusted when facing pitchers with only 3 pitches, or when guessing against a pitcher's less frequent pitches. The penalties for guessing wrong against a 3-pitch pitcher are far greater, and the bonus for guessing correctly much smaller. Just your daily dose of FYI. So, that's all the Did You Knows for this week. But join me next week as I unveil some hidden treasures behind Sony's pitching mechanics. In the comment section, make sure to drop some knowledge from myself and your fellow show fanatics. Collaboration is part of what makes this particular community so great, so don't be shy. As always, make sure to subscribe for weekly gaming content, leave a rating, and feel free to share this video with friends. And, if you didn't know before, well, now you know.